Hey y'all, welcome to Geek Freaks. I am Frank. Today I'm joined by Daniel.
What's up?
And Squeaks.
Squeaks.
Today we're going to be going over some of the television news. We had some stuff out of the Disney Plus area. We've also got a lot of video game news coming up. Fortnite's got a birthday, so we got to celebrate that. And a whole Blizzard corner. It's been a bit since we've done a Blizzard corner, so I'm excited to talk about that. Some really cool news. But before we get started, what have you guys been playing? What have you guys been watching? Squeaks, let's start with you.
All right, so I finally got back to it because someone likes to claim that I don't beat any of my video games. So I am now playing. Well, got back into Ghost of Tsushima. So
Good.
Or Tsushima, however you say it.
Mhm.
But because I took a little break because Avengers came out, and that's what I was more looking forward to.
Right.
So I was like, all right, beat Avengers, put a lot of hours in it. Frank never sends me invites to play with him anyway online,
Right.
so it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, true.
So now I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima. So yeah, really enjoying it.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many hours have you in so far?
Oh shit. 6 to 8 maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty good. It's pretty good.
I would say so. Yeah.
What about you, Daniel? What have you been playing? What have you been watching?
All right, so I've been playing Call of Duty Warzone. So
Right.
I'm gonna be getting back into World of Warcraft soon. I've been
Hell
getting
yeah.
the itch.
Yep.
And then the last thing I've seen was the Enola Holmes on Netflix, that new Sherlock Holmes movie.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
I loved it. It was actually
Really?
really
Okay.
good. Yeah, you should definitely watch it.
Yeah, it's definitely on a list to watch.
Same here. If you were to drop a grade on that, Daniel, what would you say?
A great for being like a
Ooh.
Netflix show, like I mean a Netflix movie, dude. I would say a good B plus. Like
B+?
I really liked
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Ever since Death Stranding, I'm always afraid it's going to be A+ for everything.
Oh.
All right, that's good. Yeah, myself, I've been actually doing all pet battles in World of Warcraft, just waiting for Shadowlands, and
Mm-hmm.
it's amazing. Like, you guys, of course, are all welcome to our Discord, but the Discord has been so many people just like, it's almost here, guys. It's almost Shadowlands time, and just people waiting, kind of logging back in, getting ready for Shadowlands pre-patch. Yeah, we're all just kind of waiting. It's a really great game. We can't wait for. So that'll be good.
I think it would be best to try to get all that gold now, right? For all the
Well,
mounts
it's
come
really
out.
hard to farm gold. Our friend Richard is farming gold by selling horrific visions. So if you guys have the gear and everything like that to do that, then that's definitely a way to make gold right now. People are trying to like finish up achievements and stuff like that. So that's what he's doing. But the normal avenues of making gold through professions and whatnot, it's really a bad time to do that because nobody's buying flasks, nobody's buying stuff like that. So it's slowed down quite a bit. All right. The audiobook, we have our book club. We decided it's actually one of our most popular episodes, our last book club, Squeaks. I hadn't told you that.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna make that its own episode. So we'll record that later on, and then that'll come out in a few days after this one, guys. And we're gonna be talking about the Sandman, which is just fantastic. I mean, it's amazing how much better audio dramas are over audiobooks. What do you think?
The audio. What do you mean? The
Like
people that are
with the
exclusively
different
for audiobooks?
cast and the music and sound effects
Yeah,
compared to just an audiobook.
Because now I am, yeah, because it really does put the scene in for you. I feel like with
Yeah.
the sounds and the noises and whatnot, so I really like that instead of just having to paint a picture. Well, I guess our last book though was like you were expected to know where you're at, like Najatar stuff like that when
That's
it would
true.
say its name.
Mhm.
But at least for this one, like in the very beginning, you're with this like cult type feel, right?
Yeah.
And they were trying to get Death himself, or right? Death, yeah.
Dream. Well, they were trying to
Dream.
get Death, but they got Dream. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. So that was really nice to paint a picture just by sounds and listen to people communicate with each other instead of just saying a name of where they're at.
Yeah. It's really, really good. So the next audiobook that we're going to be doing, guys, is Dune because of the new movie coming up and like that. I was looking into it. There is an audiobook for Dune, which is like the full book. And then there's an audio drama of Dune that's made by Audible. And it actually is going to be closer to what the movie will be like. It's going to be focused on the main character. I believe his name is Paul. So I think we'll do the audio drama version because that way it's a little bit closer to the movie and stuff like that. And then if we want to delve deeper into it, we can at a later point. But that's going to be our next one, guys. So just head on over to audibletrial.com/geekfreaks to support the podcast.
Okay.
All right. Unfortunately, guys, movie delays this year just seems to be kind of a weekly occurrence. We have more delays. Of course, Black Widow is delayed again from November 6th to May 7th, 2021.
Damn.
We say time and time again, I just want this on Disney Plus already. I just want this to be out already. Are you guys still excited for this at all? What do you think, Daniel?
I am. I'm very excited. It's sad that they're pushing it back. They're delaying it for until May, but I might actually go see it in theaters on May 7th. I might be willing to see it, and honestly, it's a smart move. I don't think they made that much money on Mulan when it came out.
Yeah,
And honestly, it was a lot of money just to watch Mulan. Wasn't it like what,
it's
$30?
$30.
Yeah. Okay, if they made it like $15, I think they would get more people buying it.
Yeah. Yeah, and then one of the big things is Tenet, which they tried to do like a regular blockbuster release, like they would with any other movie, had a terrible start as well. So they could tell that the audience isn't ready to risk it yet. And so that for the business standpoint, I can see it's just kind of like you guys are pushing back so much other MCU movies. So like Shang-Chi's getting moved back to July 9th, Eternals November 5th. So everything's getting pushed back when Black Widow gets pushed back. You could imagine that like the production and stuff like that gets a little relaxed on the next, Doctor Strange or whatever, because we have movies that are all getting pushed back. It's just frustrating as a person we haven't had an MCU movie this year, and it's so crazy to think that, but we really haven't, and it's just I'm getting that itch,
Yeah.
What do you think, Squeaks? Do you think that Black Widow being pushed back or moved to Disney Plus? Which way would you vote for this?
Well, I know that the Mulan didn't do very well on Disney Plus, but the thing is, I feel like with that, this has a bigger following already, because of what they've done with Marvel. I know Mulan's obviously a classic, and everyone knows what Mulan is, but nobody's asking for a live action Mulan as much as they're asking to continue this Marvel universe that we all love right now. So I think it might do well. I do agree with Daniel that the ticket prices are a little too much. They're kind of focusing on like, okay, well, if people bring their kids and whatnot, okay, it's really targeting them and helping them out. But for people like me, where it's just okay, I want to pay for 2 tickets, that's more expensive than me wanting to just watch it at home. So why would I? And plus, I would no. I mean, let's be real. I wasn't with Black Widow. I might be willing to pay $30 to be honest, but Mulan, I'm not. The one thing that's really disappointing is that, well, I'm not even disappointed. You guys know that I'm like fucking just immune to it now. It's because of all these video games that we get announcements for, and it's like, fuck, a year later. This is a huge pushback because it's already been pushed back obviously before, but from November all the way to May, they're really trying to like make sure like, okay, well, we think so far of a push is going to be safer in the world wherever we're at in May next year. So I get it, but I mean, I kind of explained to you over text messages that I wonder if we could just release it in movie theaters, have it showing longer, and then if you do I'm sure movie theaters have a capacity limit in certain states and whatnot. So maybe if you show it longer, we'll kind of make up that money.
Yeah, that would be like a 6-month window instead of the normal like 3 months or even shorter now. Now it's like 17 days.
Because then it gives people the opportunity to go. If you're only doing, let's just say a random number like 30% capacity, at least hey, this is gonna be showing for so long that I still have a chance to see it. So I don't know.
Something.
Yeah.
I'm getting anxious to see this and something from the Marvel universe really at this point.
And I know we'll get to this later, but it's like WandaVision doesn't even have a date yet. So it's like, are you guys gonna give us anything this year?
That should be. I want to say it was like December or November. It's in that area that's coming out.
Okay. We just saw the trailer and said coming soon, so I didn't know if there was little slip up release.
We know it can't stack on the Mandalorian though, so it might be sooner than later because we know it won't be on top of Mandalorian. I actually think it would actually really do well in October as kind of a Halloween type of thing. We have there's a Halloween episode we could tell from the trailer. Let's move on to that. So we have WandaVision trailer. And what that leads into. So out of this WandaVision trailer, we saw the multiple timelines that they're gonna be jumping through, multiple different sitcoms. One that looks like, Leave It to Beaver. The other one that looks like Family Ties and stuff like that, jumping through time. We know that the first half of the series is going to be more sitcom-y. The second half is going to go full MCU. We saw Monica Rambeau show up. So, that's pretty crazy right there. She's Captain Marvel. And she was the little girl from the Captain Marvel movies. So you got to give you guys an idea. And this got me kind of excited for this project because before I was just like, this seems a little weird. I'm not really sure. But this looks fun. This looks interesting, looks different. I'm super excited for this. What are your thoughts, Squeaks?
I'm super ready for the show to come out. So at first I was like, okay, who cares about WandaVision, right? Like any of these two characters. But lately I've been on this like Vision rampage. Like I just want more Vision.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to like find more comic books, stuff like that, whatever. And I get to its origins, like, okay, but I want more. And I think a lot of it too is visually. Vision looks very, I don't know, pleasing on the eye. I think it looks great.
Oh, okay.
But what I love about the what I love about the trailer is that that we get these little like snippets of Scarlet Witch in an old outfit, like I think probably the Halloween
Vision
episode,
too.
and then you got Vision in the old outfit, and so this looks like it could be super fun. But then it really gets going, like when he wakes that girl up in the car, saying like, oh, you know, thinking I'm dead, but really because he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it's like, oh shit, I wonder what's going on. I'm not thinking like I don't know. I went in like clueless, not really thinking of anything, just enjoying the trailer, so I didn't really think anything more of what I saw on it. But I'm super excited for WandaVision. I think because it is different. Like we thought it was weird with the first Leave It to Beaver kind of feel like you mentioned.
Yeah.
Like we don't know what we're expecting, and that's what I like most about it.
The woman that they wake up in the car, I don't remember her name, but she's supposed to be the main villain of the series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can't remember her name again, but she's like supposed to be like someone who's like even more powerful. Anyways, there's an idea that maybe she made a deal with Scarlet Witch for Vision to be around or something like that. There's something going on there from all the speculations that's kicking out there.
Hey, she reminds me from Deadpool when she's like that villain, that buff villain. Is that the same?
No. This actress is from Step Brothers. You might remember from Step Brothers as the one married to the asshole brother.
Oh, shoot. Never mind. Okay. Now I got you.
Classic.
Yeah.
So what this will lead to, we found out we have an announcement of a Nick Fury series. This is going to be focusing around Sword. I love Sword. It's basically the evolution of S.H.I.E.L.D., taking care of non-Earth-based threats in the Marvel Universe. So we have Monica Rambeau. We have this idea that eventually that Sword's going to be involved. We know that this is also going to lead into Doctor Strange 2. This series is definitely going to get big fast on us. What do you want to see out of this series, Daniel? Are you wanting to see who would you want to see guest star? Let's go with that. Who would you want to see guest star in this? Because we're gonna have multiple dimensions. We really could do anything.
Guest star out of like all the Marvel characters.
Yeah. The wheels are turning.
I would want probably Iron Man.
You want to see a way to bring back,
but problem that he's dead.
So is Vision.
Yeah, but we'll go to different dimensions.
Yeah,
That's
so
true.
they could bring back Tony Stark in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, not necessarily permanently in the MCU, but I do like that. It's a way to kind of like, give us a little taste of Tony again. There you go. I would like for them to kind of introduce some X-Men, somebody from the X-Men family.
Oh,
get us
that'd be
some
awesome.
X-Men.
Like
got
Wolverine?
multiple dimensions. Look, I'm talking maybe like Jubilee, someone real trashy.
I was thinking like Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, straight up Hugh Jackman. Yeah, bring out Logan. Yeah, I don't know. That's gonna be really cool. I'm excited for this Nick Fury series. I'm excited to see what that's gonna be like. Rumors are it's gonna be a lot like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which I haven't really watched that. Have you guys watched any Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
No,
I have not. I thought that show would look kind of stupid. I didn't bother.
It kind of got Arrowverse for me, and I already have a lot of Arrowverse stuff going on, so it's hard for me to branch out to a whole other universe. Hopefully it's good. We'll see. It's going to be taking place after the events of Endgame, and it's also going to be on Disney Plus. So Disney Plus is really kind of bringing some heat. They're really bringing out some good shows.
This is like a multiverse type of show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I would want to. I know I'm just barging in because you didn't ask me this question, but I want to say it anyway.
Yeah, of course.
As Ego, I want to see Ego from Guardians of the Galaxy too, because if this is like a universe thing, I would like to see him kind of come back and do more. I feel like it's kind of fitting in a way.
Yeah, good actor too. So I mean,
I think that's another reason too. Is just the actor, really.
Yeah.
Have they announced the next? What was it? Thor with Natalie Portman. Have they announced that?
They announced it. We're just waiting for production to continue.
They stopped.
Yeah.
Or...
Oh yeah.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's slowly starting to creep back in, but I mean, they're still kind of at a stopping point right now.
I was actually excited for that.
Well, it got pushed back thanks to Black Widow.
Yeah.
Everything's getting pushed back, unfortunately. Yeah.
No, damn.
All right, so we have news of a Suicide Squad spinoff. This is the Suicide Squad by James Gunn, which I'm already excited for that because James Gunn, I put a lot of trust on him. most of Suicide Squad is already kind of an oddball roster, but James Gunn in particular is really pulling out like the Polka Dot Man and stuff like that, like real deep bench kind of guys. One of them is John Cena is going to be playing Peacemaker. Peacemaker's this guy who's kind of this like globe-trotting diplomat that'll take out, dictators and warlords, but he'll kill innocent people too. He's kind of things like the greater good. He's more villain than hero, in my opinion. But anyway, so we're gonna have John Cena playing him, and this is gonna be a brand new series coming over to HBO Max. HBO Max also doing quite well lately. In an interview with Cena, we found out that Peacemaker is going to be really aggressive and arrogant in his version of Peacemaker. So what do you guys think the series is going to be like? What will it look like to have a series that has Peacemaker in there? Squeaks, what do you think, man?
I think it's gonna be the boys. I think we're gonna get a Homelander by himself, basically. I mean,
Okay,
right?
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. Yeah, somebody who just thinks they're above everybody else. He's kind of got like
Yeah.
a Punisher, level of skills, but just think he's better than everybody.
Yeah, and I think because he wants to do it for the greater good, but he doesn't care like how he does it, obviously for the
Right.
greater good. So to me, honestly, it just sounds like Homelander in a way. Well, obviously Homelander has like a crazy plots too,
Hmm.
Do you
do
guys
bad.
think?
But I think we'll get somewhat of a feel like that.
Do you think it'll be big? Do you think it's gonna be a big series?
I think John Cena will pull in a bunch of people just because of his name.
Yeah,
Just for that.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
he
if you're gonna do
he's
any
only
star,
been on 2 movies, like Marine and stuff. I mean,
yeah, but I
Daddy's
mean,
Home
everybody
too.
knows him from wrestling, though. Like if you're gonna bring anybody in that cast to have their own show, why not John Cena? I mean, everybody else is. I don't know. You're not gonna see Margot Robbie in a series, are we?
Yeah, they could bolster it up with some additional guys too. They could add in some other small people as well. With
Yeah.
actually they could do like the WWF does and like make an entire cast out of wrestlers. Really, I'm not sure what their relationship with WB would be, but that would be pretty neat to see. Yeah,
and
I
it's
would like
funny.
to.
It sound. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Daniel. What were you saying?
I was gonna say this show kind of reminds me of that video game Mercenaries.
Yeah,
Like you're going after warlords, just killing innocent people by accident. Well, actually, no, there wasn't. There was really, yeah, there was civilians, but you couldn't actually kill them. But yeah, it reminds me of that.
yeah.
Kind of actually looking forward to it. Want to see how it is.
I'm
Never
getting a
actually
Rambo film
read the
myself. I think this could be like
Rambo?
Rambo.
Oh, that'd be
Oh.
dope. That'd be
Yeah.
badass.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I love Rambo.
The only
To
thing
get
is
yeah.
his helmet is so stupid looking. Have you guys seen the helmet for John Cena's
Yeah.
character?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
so dumb, and I'm like, I can't see him wearing that in the jungle, like this flashy chrome helmet in the jungles of somewhere trying to take somebody else out. But yeah, so John Cena will be returning for the role. We have James Gunn is going to be producing it. Of course, he's doing this new Suicide Squad,
Yeah.
and he's done Guardians of the Galaxy. We have Peter Safran joining, and he does Shazam and Aquaman. So a really great team behind it, and it's going to be really cool to
Yeah.
check out. More spin-offs. We have a new The Boys spin-off being developed by Amazon following the massive success of season 2. Season 2 has been taken off for them. It's Amazon reported it is the fastest, or it is the biggest release for them ever. Season 2, the first 3 episodes. It's up 89% from season 1. Which season 1, when it came out, I remember it was kind of like one of those things where a lot of people weren't talking about it. Like they didn't know it was coming out kind of thing. And then when it did, it got big. It's already been renewed for season 3. And then we have the spin-off. And it has a, like Talking Dead is the best thing I could think of, where it's like a talk show after the show. Have you guys used to watch Talking Dead, or is
Yeah.
that just me?
A few episodes.
yeah, I did.
Yeah,
It's actually pretty cool.
I like
And
it a
they'll
lot. Yeah.
have like, the characters come in and like talk about the episode or whatever. That was actually pretty cool.
Yeah. So this one has Aisha Tyler. I didn't know. I have to check that out. But yeah, the spinoff will be set in like a college setting full of just soups. So think of like Professor X's mansion, but it'll be as raunchy and gruesome as The Boys, is what they're promising already. So what do you guys? I don't know. I kind of am getting kind of burnt out on that, but I'm still excited to see what they can do. Daniel, what are your thoughts, man?
I'm tired of spinoffs. The Boys, it was a cool show, but I wasn't like a big fan, so I didn't even bother watching season 2.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, and then series, they're just trying to make more money now at this point. They're just like, okay, well, but I feel like the only reason season 2 did so well is like right now everybody's at home, so people just want to watch a show. So I mean, that's the only reason. Well, that's not the only reason, but I think that's a big reason why they got so many viewers this time.
Desperate for content.
Yeah. So I'm probably not gonna watch the new series.
I'm always worried when it's like, oh, look, this is really successful, so let's make a spinoff. So it's kind of like, well,
Yeah.
is there a reason for the spinoff? Does it make sense storyline wise?
Yeah.
Are you guys going to put the same amount of attention and care? What is the source material for this? I'm worried about that as well. Yeah, it could just be a money grab.
Like, you could look at Walking Dead. It had its own spinoff, and we all thought it was gonna be like the before,
Right.
and come to find out, they didn't even do anything about it or show anything on like how it all started. Like, it showed a little bit, but then it was just like
the first couple episodes.
Yeah, that was it. It was really disappointing. So, I mean, it could be good for them, or it could just honestly hurt them too.
Yeah.
They're just gonna waste money on this series, but we'll see.
Tarnish the name. What are your thoughts, Squeaks?
I'm fine with the spinoff, to be honest. And if you want to put us in a different whole side where it has nothing, I mean, I would like it to not be relatable or to have some type of connection at all with The Voice TV show. I would like something totally separate. But at the same time, the setting of this is not very attractive to me. This whole Professor Xavier school, basically, and all of them, just rated R, basically.
Right.
I don't know. I just feel like a lot of TV shows lately have been like that, like Sabrina and Craft and whatever is. I don't know. I'm just over being, I don't know, following kids in a school.
Yeah, really. Oversaturated. Yeah.
Yeah.
They even compared it to Hunger Games, the fact that like there's gonna be like limited spots to join, the boy, or not the boys, but whatever, VOT's team, and and so like they're competing the whole time. I don't know. Yeah, I see what you're saying. There is like a lot of this kind of lock and key and stuff like that, where it's both a school drama and superpowers. We're kind of getting a little bit overwhelmed by all of it.
Yeah, a little bit too is like know your audience. I mean, there could be a bunch of teenagers involved in the show, but at the same time, it's a bunch of people like us that are 30 years old or high mid 20s and up. That it's like, okay, cool. I mean, I was in school so many years ago. I don't really want to. Every single show is a freaking school show. So
show a superhero that has like kids at home, bills that need to be paid, trying to find just a moment to themselves. Like real life stuff. That then I'm like, I'm in.
Yeah. I got one. Smallville.
Boom. Ancient show nobody watches anymore. Speaking of Superman, see how these transitions are perfect, guys. I'm just saying. Supergirl is ending. Supergirl's coming to an end after for its upcoming 6th season. It's going to be its last season. Melissa Benoist announced this on Instagram, expressing her gratitude for portraying the role. She actually, in my opinion, did an excellent job playing Supergirl. Had a really good mix of that hope and fierceness that Supergirl portrays. Really cool. This is just the latest in the changes coming to the Arrowverse. We have a new Batwoman coming in, and Superman's getting his own show. And I think that kind of really like leaned into this, because if Superman's getting his own show and he has the same powers as Supergirl, why would you keep both shows on? And Supergirl's always kind of been a little bit behind in the ratings, behind Arrow and Flash. So I think it's just kind of the right time to let it exit. I know you guys aren't Arrowverse fans, so I'm not asking you too much on this. But have you had a chance to watch any Supergirl? Either of you guys?
Not at all.
None. Daniel?
I watched, I seen like 2 episodes. It was okay. But see, the episode I seen, it was on like CW, and it was already like season 3. I think I need to just like start over. And plus, it's only 6 seasons, so I'll probably just give it a shot and actually watch all 6 seasons. But it didn't look bad. It really didn't look bad, but I love Smallville. It's in my heart. So it's kind of hard.
I think you might like it after season 2. So season 1 was on CBS, and then season 2 they went to CW with the rest of the Arrowverse, and they did their kind of CW formula where they made it an ensemble cast and less about the singular hero. And so we got a lot more like Martian Manhunter, which is one of my favorite characters in this series. Her sisters. We had a lot more of the aliens involved and stuff. Is really cool. So I would suggest it. Season 2, it gets a little bit more better in my opinion. I think it's really cool.
It does. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Addis Hodge. He's in talks to play Hawkman. I am so pumped.
Hodge. Yeah.
Right. First of all, great name. I am so pumped for Hawkman joining any movie. Like, he's such a badass hero.
I think he's actually confirmed now, though.
Is he confirmed? Okay.
Yeah, because Dwayne Johnson, I think, gave him a phone call saying like, "Hey, welcome to the cast," or whatever. Yeah.
Rock, I know you're a fan of Geek Freaks. If you want to give any of us a call to join the cast of anything, I would love to be in Black Adam. I could play Greed or whatever. Just let us know. So Hodge is best known for playing Levi on Hidden Figures, MC Ren on Straight Outta Compton. He's kind of one of those guys that's like, oh yeah, I've seen him in that one thing. Like he's kind of been in everything, right?
He's on Leverage too.
He's on Leverage. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
He's going to be Hawkman himself is usually a Carter Hall. There's kind of like multiple iterations of Hawkman, just like there's everything. And then he has kind of two origin stories depending on where you go from. The first is he's a reincarnated ancient Egyptian prince named Khufu. And the second is that he's an alien police officer. Actually, when I first started liking Hawkman, it was the alien police officer storyline. And then I found out like this Egyptian prince. I'm like, oh, that's way better. I like that one way better. And then now you usually see him with Hawkgirl, and Hawkgirl kind of got really big because of the Justice League cartoons. And they're both in Legends of Tomorrow, but she kind of took the lead. So Hawkman joining Black Adam. We know that that's going to be the Egyptian prince storyline instead, because Black Adam's, coming back from those times as well. I love Hawkman so much. He's going to be really badass. What do you guys think about him joining the big screen? Squeaks, what are your thoughts, man?
I think it's badass because I think DC needs to expand this universe, kind of like what Marvel's doing with all these superhero no names. I mean, I'm not saying Hawk guys no name for sure at all, but I mean, kind of like with Marvel and what they're doing with Eternals and Inhumans. Mm-hmm. But the more expansion of characters that we have in like the Justice League type, what they're trying to do over there at DC is amazing. With Aldous, that's how you say his name, right? I've only really seen him on Straight Outta Compton and Invisible Man.
Oh yeah.
But I can't really say I'm like too worried about it or anything, because that's how we get a lot of our heroes from the Marvel side, right? Like, who really knew Chris Evans before Captain America, right? I mean, I'm sure he's been in some, but I mean that's where his name.
Not another teen movie. When I saw him as Captain America, I was like, that's the guy from Not Another Teen Movie. I don't know if anybody remembers that movie. Maybe I'm just old, but yeah.
But kind of stuff like that. So I don't want to say like I'm too worried about it, because I don't really know. Like can he be in this massive universe and continue to do well in it. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Hey, have they announced who's gonna be playing Hawkgirl, or have they announced like?
Are they going to have it yet?
I don't think they're going to use Hawkgirl yet. They might wait and see how well Hawkman does, and then make his own movie, which would be fantastic. Hawkman's kind of like that Green Arrow level hero, where it's like they're kind of the B shelf on the Justice League tiers. Fantastic characters. They just kind of it's hard when you get the heavy hitters like Green Lantern and Superman out there.
They're gonna have to put her in there because if we're going Egyptian, I mean he's gonna have Hawkgirl there, so they're gonna have to figure out Hawkgirl, I would say, before they actually make the series.
You're right. If they're gonna show back at the Egyptian times, she's gonna be there, and they're gonna have to show like. What was she? Was she the princess? I think she might have been the princess, or she was maybe like the handmaid. I don't remember the details. But yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun.
For a B-level character, it'd be kind of cool if they did just a series on HBO Max instead of like an actual TV or a movie,
Yeah.
Kind of like your WandaVisions and whatnot. Like, I mean, I don't really care to see a Hawkeye movie, but it'd be cool to watch a TV series about him.
Yeah. Wait, have they said if it's going to be a movie or a series?
It's going to, hold on. So he's just going to be part of Black Adam movie right now.
Oh,
it'd be great if he got his own movie and/or series, Hawkman.
Oh man, that's what I was hoping for. I was like, I thought he was gonna. Yeah, he's a cool ass character.
Yeah, he is a cool ass, exactly, dude. I was looking at some of Jim Lee's artwork, and then he has a Hawkwoman that's just like, that needs to be a tattoo on me. It's so badass. It looks really, really good. All right, let's move on to video game news, guys. Video games news, guys. Fortnite's birthday bash. Squeaks, you're a Fortnite player. You know the 12-year-olds. So from September 26th to October 1st.
Getting these dubs all day.
I'm not even going to talk smack, because every time you put Fortnite in the title of an episode, it always outperforms everything else. So it's like, all right, yeah, sure. I'm cool with that. All right, so completing birthday challenges will unlock new sprays, wraps, and emojis. You can even get the cake back bling for finishing all the challenges. You could unlock the take the cake emoji, which actually looks pretty cool. It's like a cake that explodes. And then they're adding this Princess Castle to the creative mode. The Princess Castle is pretty cool, because if you do make a creation using the Princess Castle and submit it before October 6th, you could win, this is in quotes, official box fight tournament as part of the upcoming Wild Wednesday tournament. So basically, if you make something with a castle, submit it, you could win an advantage in the next tournament. Is what it's basically saying. That's pretty cool. Now, have you been playing Fortnite lately? I'm not sure if you've been playing on much lately.
Not too much. I mean, I am currently playing this season that's going on right now with this Marvel stuff, but I haven't been on it as much as I was when it first came out.
Okay. How easy is it normally to unlock these kind of bonuses, these kind of perks in an event like this?
Well, it's going to depend on the challenges. So, I was recently unlocking Thor's outfit. Okay, so you get Thor, and you can do a couple challenges to say unlock alternate versions of Thor, but then you might, and those are maybe like up to 5 challenges, and those are putting some work. Like you're going to go in and go into a match and don't expect to at least for me, don't expect to win or get a bunch of kills or anything. You're kind of just there for one reason.
Right.
But then sometimes it could just be like Aquaman. Okay, I wanted his trident, right? All you had to do was go find one specific location and pull the trident out. So it just honestly is random.
Okay, so yeah, they could be something as easy as that, or like win X amount of games. Okay.
Yeah.
I really love how games do this, like, because Warzone pretty much does like little things like that. They added blueprints and stuff. You have to find these codes and unlock it, crack it. Like, I love how these games are actually doing that, and you get free skins and stuff. It's actually nice, especially if you're putting all this time and effort to get better at the game, and you're spending all this money too to buy skins. It's nice that they actually are giving you free stuff.
Yeah, it's a good way to celebrate because they could just as easily sell this stuff and people would be involved. So it's definitely a good way to kind of just like come on over, play, and celebrate with us, and you guys will get some free swag.
Yeah.
So that's going on till October 1st, guys. So when this episode comes out, you have I think 3 days to get your butt in there and play. They're also celebrating the Llama Rama with Rocket League. So Rocket League's free to play now, and they teamed up together to kind of have these like cross unlocks. So some of the stuff you unlock in Fortnite, you have to play in Rocket League and vice versa. It's pretty cool. I basically want to play just enough to be able to get the Battle Bus in Rocket League because it looks really awesome, and I do like that Battle Bus. But you guys could actually be kind of completing both these challenges at once. If you're out there doing things in Fortnite, you could be unlocking both things. The things that unlock in Fortnite are done automatically. The things that are unlocked in Rocket League, you need to go to their website and fill out the information, and they'll check and make sure you're good to go. So it's an awesome time to play Fortnite, guys. Get on out there. Let us know how it's going.
Daniel, you should get on it.
No, I got Warzone.
I actually think Daniel will be good.
I don't like the honestly, like, I'm not trying to talk shit. It's a good game. It's big, but I don't like the cartoonish look of the game, and it's just too colorful. You know, you get what I'm saying?
Like, see, I love that shit.
That's why, like, even my phone, like the text messages when it was like colorful, like blue, red, all these colors, I was disgusted. I'm like a simple guy. I'm just a simple guy that doesn't like all these colorful things.
Why the fuck you playing Sea of Thieves with us all the time then?
Yeah.
No, that's actually just a beautiful game. Wait, time out. That's just a beautiful game, right, Taff?
It is like a beautiful game.
Even Joe,
it's inspired me to get the RTX 3090 just so that I could see that game upscaled with ray tracing. Just because, I mean, I can't imagine what ray tracing. Well, I mean, I've seen some stills, and it's like I think the game's gorgeous on my graphics card. Once I'd upgrade to one of those and see how the shadows play with the ocean and stuff like that, like, oh my god, it looks so wonderful.
And one thing with Sea of Thieves, I can only play like a good 2 hours and a half, and I'm already burnt out. Like Warzone, I could keep playing because but Sea of Thieves, I only play like 2 hours, and I'm pretty much, we're already done after that. 2 hours, we already got all our stuff, and that's it. So that's why I can't see myself playing. I tried Fortnite and I wasn't good at building. And
I wasn't either, but it just takes some practice. Like, just join me one night. Just join me.
No.
Come on, man.
I know that Daniel would be good at it. Me and him played a lot of PUBG together back in the day. And I know Daniel's skill and his focus. I'm telling you, if you were to give this a shot, he would be hella good at it.
I tried, and I was like, one game, I was like, okay, I'm done.
One game? Hold on. You can't justify. I played more than one game. Of course, it's with my 7-year-old nephew and his friends, but
well, you gotta think too.
More than that,
it's too hard right now, especially being an older game. You're pretty much going against tryhards, and that's why I believe they added bots because the game was not fun for new people that want to try to get into it. That's why they had to add bots in the game, just like well, PUBG did the same thing, but that's just because the game's dead.
Darwin Project.
But Fortnite is just everybody's playing it. You're just gonna get destroyed every single game, and it's not fun. And I started way too late, so now it's like there's no point of trying a game that's already been out too long. Like CS:GO, you go play CS:GO, you'll probably get 2 kills. That's it.
If you're lucky, you'll be lucky to turn a corner, not get sniped.
Yeah. That's the problem.
You know what? Fuck your theory, Daniel. Okay, this is what I have to say about it.
Am I wrong?
So
Taff?
yeah, you are.
No, you're
most
right.
of the time,
You're right.
No,
why did they add
He's
bots?
wrong. He's
then?
wrong.
Why did they add bots?
You know what? I don't know about. I think the bot thing is super stupid. So besides that, though, because there could be, of course, there's a bunch of tryhards of people that are really good because obviously they spend hours on it. But there's sometimes I run into people that I put a wall right in front of them. They don't know what to do. They get fucking scared. They're like, "Oh my god, I don't know what this is. I don't know how to counter."
It's probably a bot.
So, no, it's not.
That's a bot.
No, it's not. Bro. I'm telling you, it's not. I know who the fuck I'm killing. God dang. Now you're gone and pissed me off. I'm losing my fucking train of thought.
Hey, he's been beating bots this whole time. And he's just like, yeah, he got somebody.
I'm so good at this game. I beat bot 4838. That's awesome.
Oh my god. All right.
I'm playing.
Daniel, join me, and I'll show you.
Okay,
but I lost my train of fucking thought because you pissed me off.
I'm sorry.
I forgot where I was going with this.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm not trying to talk shit about the game. It's a great game. It's one of the top games. It's not for me, and it's already too late. That's what I'm just trying to say. It's too late for me to try to get into a game.
Is there a way to spectate other people's games without playing?
Wait,
yes, Valorant, because I'm a fucking badass. And let me tell you why. Okay, so CSGO, you're like, oh, you get in CSGO, you already suck. Okay, so I expect those CSGO players to get on Valorant, right? No, I fucking tear it up in Valorant too. So, you know.
Wait. I actually follow some CSGO players, and they swapped to Valorant, and they're having issues with that game too.
Yeah, a lot of them are swapping back.
They're not as good as CSGO players.
And I never played any of those games, and I'm better than them.
Those that swapped to Valorant, a lot of them are swapping back already. The game is losing pros quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna consider myself a pro as well in Valorant, and I kind of just stopped playing too, to be honest.
I'm actually thinking while we're discussing this, I think the most new friendly game of the shooter variety is Overwatch, because it's kind of a little more team based. Got more about your abilities as well.
Yeah, but that game's not a fun game to play solo. It's only fun if you have a squad.
Yeah, that's true.
Most of the time, you're just getting destroyed.
Yeah, but that's most games, though. You know.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Valorant, when I play Overwatch with Frank, I mean, we do really good, and when we get like a squad and Daniel, and fucking we always lose now. So I don't know. We're trying to figure out the issue. You tell me what the issue is, because I don't know.
What are you talking about? We always won when I was playing.
We do. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
We need to get back on it, though.
If I'm being honest, like, even with all three of us, we are better than most teams. I'm just throwing that out there. And really, we should be kind of like competing on some.
Hey, when I'm on Bastion, we usually win. I'm just saying, because we got Squeaks as the tank.
Yeah.
You got Taff healing. Like, we got that. We got that.
Either way, we can both tank or heal. Yeah.
It's 3 versus 6. That's 3 versus 6, and we'll still win.
Yeah, we put Bastion in a corner. I Arissa in front of him, and then we got Squeaks back there. Just mercy me up, man. We're good.
Dude, we should get on soon. We should get on some Overwatch soon.
Guys, we're gonna be streaming Overwatch here in the next few days. Keep an eye on that.
World of Warcraft then? Or what?
We got a
couple days.
Yeah. All right. On to the next thing. Amazon's got a new streaming service, game streaming service. They announced this on Thursday morning. It's gonna be called Luna. It's similar to Google Stadia and Project xCloud. Luna will allow you to stream games from Amazon servers onto your PC, TV, or mobile devices. They promise a robust library with games from like Capcom, Ubisoft, 505 games, and more. They're doing this thing called channels, where there's going to be like a Ubisoft channel that'll be just Ubisoft games. And we could expect some integration with Twitch. They own Twitch, so there's going to be something there. The new controller has that Xbox layout with the toggles staggered from each other. And it'll have an Alexa button. The free version gives you access to the store where you can buy games, and then Luna Plus, which is $4.99 a month. I actually have $5.99, and then it's $4.99 a month. Will allow you to stream from a library, and you can stream onto 2 different devices, and eventually go up to 4K. My big question: do we need another game streaming service? Daniel, what are your thoughts?
I think it's honestly stupid. I don't get why companies are doing this. Like, there's no reason for it. Like, everybody's like, I want to compete. All these companies are trying to compete, and it's like, pointless. I don't even think Google Stadia even did that, or it's even gonna do that good. Like, it honestly it frustrates me because it's just like extra stuff that they don't need. They should just be putting their time into another video game because Amazon's working on that New World. Put your time into that game. You're gonna make a lot of money. You can make it big. Not why waste time on making this? Like Ubisoft games, yeah, they're fun. You got Division, you got Assassin's Creed, and all those.
Just Dance.
But it's like I'm not gonna get it. There's no point. Those games aren't gonna drive me to buy one of those. And plus, you're gonna get the Xbox. We're gonna get that Xbox that you can stream anywhere, pretty much.
Like, yeah, for a lot of people, they already have a lot of the games in the library, and so it doesn't make any sense to not use it. Game Pass is a good deal.
I think they're just gonna lose out on this.
Yeah.
What do you think, Squeaks?
Yeah, I think it'll. Well, so they're trying to be in the market of streaming games. So we're only going to compare them right now as of Google, right? So yeah, it could be a waste, but at the same time, if Amazon is better than Google and people switch over there, then okay, now we have a more dominant product in the streaming service. But the problem is, you're going to be streaming all these games, taking up like whatever people's data caps on the internet. You're going to tell me streaming 4K is not going to take up a bunch of gigs for your monthly data cap if you have one.
Yeah.
So I think that's a fearsome a fear thing to worry about also. But if people that don't have the best internet and whatnot, then it's like, what the hell, you know? Like, well, I'm not going to play this. I'm just going to put it in my disc, whatever, and play from there.
That is a good point. Yeah.
Are they going to have exclusives, right? I know they're working on one. One thing I like what Daniel said is I mean, obviously it's probably cheaper just to come out with the product and have people buy it, and then you can stream the games there. But that'd be kind of badass if we see Amazon or Google start like video game production or companies, whatever.
Amazon has one.
Yeah, Amazon has that New World coming out.
New World's coming out.
The New World. Okay, so that's one. But it'd be cool if like you see Google's name somewhere stamped on the game. You know, more of that.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, put your money more into the development of games.
Yeah,
because like Amazon has their AWS that they use, like we see like on football ads all the time. They're using that, and that actually runs a lot of the numbers behind games you guys don't even know. Like I think it's like Sea of Thieves is one of the games that we play a lot that uses AWS behind it to kind of do the math on everything. It's a lot of games like that. So we'll have to see. They've been kind of in the gaming world, just not real loud about it. New World is really beautiful game. It's kind of directionless right now, but this streaming service to me is kind of like, well, if I'm a gamer, I have Xbox xCloud or I have Stadia already. Why would I switch? And the Ubisoft exclusivity isn't a big enough swing to me because, first of all, if you want a Ubisoft game, you either buy it new at full price or they're always on sale on Steam or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you can pick up an Assassin's Creed game from a couple years ago for $5 right now. They're always on sale. So it's one of those things where it's just too crowded of a market. I'm good, guys. None of you guys are mastering this right now. None of you guys are perfecting it yet. Let's work on what we have. I have a lot of faith in Project xCloud myself. We'll have to see.
What if they made like almost like a Nintendo Switch, like with the screen and everything, and made their own games for it? Would you guys consider buying one?
If they had, if they had their own console, yes. Yeah, I would actually.
I think that would be a better route, and try to develop their own games, or try to get other companies and try to remaster those games for that console, like kind of like Switch is doing. They got Dark Souls, Final Fantasy now on there, stuff like that. I mean, they could try to do that kind of market. Try to get into handheld like video game instead of like that streaming service stuff. I was thinking maybe something like that. Get a good screen, good monitor, like a 4K little thing on there, or 8K. Try to go 8K and try to do a handheld. Yeah,
that might be better. Yeah,
that would be smart. And then the best thing for a company to do right now is if you were to try to develop a console with China as your first goal, because China doesn't have a lot of consoles in there. Really, basically, it's the Switch, and the Switch they do have is so dumbed down it's not worth owning. They actually have a booming market of people selling black market Switches that are basically the Switches that you and I own. If they were to develop a console that's for China under their regulations, you would make so much money doing that, I think. And then just have remastered Demon Souls, but like China friendly, and have remastered whatever game China friendly version. It's, do I necessarily agree with the rules that they have in place over there? Maybe not, but I'm just saying there's a lot of cash out there. If you're looking to be a company that makes money, and Amazon, they're a little cash forward, I think that's a good choice. I think that would be the way to do it. Make a console. I think it's a good way to go.
Yeah, make like a little handheld. Because right now we really don't have a market other than Switch. Because like PSP just usually bombed. Like
Yeah, all the PSP
when they would
stuff,
make their like
PSP
handheld, it always bombed. So
yeah.
I mean, if they could try to get into that, get a good monitor, a good screen on there, try to get all these companies on board and joining, and I think they could definitely make money off that. But this new pretty much Stadia thing that they're trying to copy, I think they need to not just stop making that project.
What do you think about them teaming up with Nintendo? If they were to work with Nintendo and just let it stream to the Switch itself.
But then I don't think Nintendo would want to, because they already have their own console. They already have their own crew to make their Switch better. Because aren't they coming out with a bigger screen, better HD right now?
Yeah, they are.
Of course they are. Yeah.
So, but
Squeaks over there about to buy
it. If they could do it now before Nintendo tries to get all these other companies on board and joining them, I mean, they definitely could do something.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool to see some competition in the handheld world. But it could definitely be, I don't know, what do you call it? Hesitant for the fact that you're going to have to go up against a giant like Nintendo.
Think about it, Tav. Would you want... Okay. I'm thinking right now, big picture, playing World of Warcraft on an almost Switch-like screen, right? Like, think about it. You're going to BlizzCon and you're bringing your handheld like Switch to play World of Warcraft because you got to do the market, you got farm some gold because you're going to be at the hotel. This whole Stadia stuff, you're connecting and make sure internet's there. Just have it right there on your screen. You can have a wireless internet service on it.
I mean, I use Splashtop for it. I do this, but I use Splashtop for it all. But it would be nice to have something that's a little more mainstream. Like, NVIDIA tried to do something like this, right? With the Shield or whatever. And then we had that Steam Link. Here's the thing, though, guys, that I kind of forgot until halfway through this thing. There are, a huge market out there of peripherals for your cell phone to make your cell phone into an Xbox controller type thing. So really, we don't need to make any more handhelds. We just need to make those mainstream. Yes, I mean, just coming back to the Amazon thing, I just don't think there's a market for this. I don't think it's going to do well.
Not. At this point, it just looks like they're just going to waste money.
Yeah.
Because, the other ones didn't make it, aren't even doing good. I think all my friends, like, I don't think any of them own any, like, Stadia. Stadia's out, right?
Stadia's been out, dude. We did the review for it and everything like that.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, they're just, at this point, they're just wasting money when they could be putting it into something better.
Yeah.
Have a better idea.
We got invited to, there's a podcast that shout out to them guys. I don't remember the name, but shout out to this. Anyways, I don't remember the name, so it's not much of a shout out.
Okay. It's a horrible shout out.
But they invited us on and they're like, oh, you guys come on and talk about Stadia. And they're like, to be honest with you, none of us touched Stadia after the reviews. Like, we would be really bad guests. He'll be on the podcast at some point though, so maybe he can sit there and we could do a good debate. Actually, that's a good idea. Ooh, I'll have to tell him. We'll do a debate, Stadia versus Project xCloud or something like that. It'd be fun. All right, the last thing before we head into Blizzard Corner, we have Bethesda. This is kind of the big news, guys. Oh man, so Zenimax really, but everybody cares about Bethesda joins Xbox. So it's the entire Zenimax media family of companies. So it's 2,300 employees. The library of award-winning franchises like Elder Scrolls, Fallout, Doom. I mean, there's so many more, right? Dishonored and stuff like that. Along with Bethesda, Xbox now has Arcane, Machine Games, ID Software, that's where your Doom comes in, and a slew of other developers known for their quality. This has to be... I actually have somebody on Twitter that made the switch from PS5 to Xbox Series X because of this deal. Outstanding. Yeah, crazy, right? What are your guys' thoughts? Squeaks, let's start with you, man. What did you think about this acquisition?
All right, so so I read a little something that was saying that these games will still go on the PlayStation.
Yes.
Okay, PS5.
Yeah.
That is so stupid. If you don't take advantage of this as an Xbox to only make them exclusives, then what's the point, So like I'm a PS5 guy.
Yeah. And I believe it's the first round. It's not going to be like future games that are going to be this first batch coming out, but it won't be like, saying Elder Scrolls 7 kind of like that. It's going to be like the ones that have already been promised kind of thing.
Okay, so okay. Because if you're telling me I can't play like the next Fallout, then that's going to hurt me to make me want to probably get the cheaper Xbox than just to play Fallout. I mean, I like Fallout and I want to like not miss a Fallout.
Elder Scrolls for me, yeah.
Yeah, so that's good that they're doing it in the future. Not for me, obviously, but for like the business, of course. Because what's the point? If you're not taking advantage of this, and what's the point? Just to give me games on Game Pass? I don't give a shit. Like, give me.
Yeah.
I need exclusives. You know, I need to be locked down because we. How many? I'm getting all passionate about this. My throat's all
Yeah,
messed up.
you're dying on us. It's okay, man. You can play. You can play your
So-
Fallout.
So the like we talked about many times that Xbox doesn't have enough exclusives. Okay,
Right.
well this is your chance. Grab
Yeah.
these
Yeah.
guys. So you got the even all the way to Evil Within, like games you don't think about, but Bethesda makes like Dishonored, Evil Within, and whatever else. You know,
Yeah, the
take
whole Lego
advantage.
Zenimax,
It has
yeah.
to be.
Yeah, now I did see that article too, and I think what it is, from my understanding, is it is kind of the games that already promised. It's not necessarily going to be. I think even Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be an Xbox exclusive, in my opinion. We know October 1st we're going to have Doom Eternal. That's the brand new. Well, that's the new Doom. Is going to be part of Game Pass, which, in my opinion, was the best thing. I was like, sweet, Game Pass, already awesome, just got more awesome because now they're all coming right here, right away. To think that the next Elder Scrolls is going to be a Game Pass game is crazy cool. So that's really exciting to me. Daniel, my question for you is, how will this affect the quality of product coming out of ZeniMax's games, out of Bethesda and Arcane and stuff like that? How is this going to affect the quality?
Quality out of wait.
Will Microsoft increase the quality, or will it not matter?
Man, I think they will, especially with Bethesda
Yeah.
joining in, and they right now they need to compete. That's the thing. They need to, or it's gonna hurt them in the long run. So if they don't actually get on board with Bethesda and try to make sure this is only exclusive to us. Make sure we need to make sure PS4 or PS whatever PlayStation loses.
5. Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, the guy on Twitter, he swapped. There's a big following for Elder Scrolls and Fallout. I can't play those games because I get motion sickness.
Emotion sickness. You're too invested. Your heart breaks. Emotion sickness.
Yeah, I do. Motion sickness. I actually
motion
do get
sickness.
sick. Wait,
Yeah.
I know it's crazy.
But you
After,
play
like-
Call of Duty though.
Yeah,
I
but
feel like that's more faster pace.
but it's the open world that just makes me like get a headache.
But
and
you play
throw
World of
up.
Warcraft. I'm just fucking with you. You
It's
what?
weird. I don't know.
Fuck is going
World of
on?
Warcraft. I don't know.
He's so
It's
busted, guys.
Fallout and Elder Scrolls.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
okay, so yeah, you're also mostly worried about the exclusivity, and that is kind of a biggie right there, because that was kind of when that came out. I was like, oh shit, somebody just took a big swing in this console war, that, quote unquote, with that. So you're worried that they should be locking down this exclusivity.
They need to. I don't think the quality is gonna be down, especially
Really?
they're gonna try to make their Xbox sell.
Do
So-
you need to increase quality? To be honest with these
I
games,
Yes.
do. I think
They're-
so.
Bethesda's known for their bugs. If joining
Okay,
Microsoft
okay,
fixes
okay.
that, I'm 100% on board.
Okay, that I understand. But I was thinking like, okay, did we make the games look pretty or whatever to do whatever whatever the case?
I
may be,
mean,
'cause
honestly, they should.
The Bethesda has a following though, so what's the point? They're going to come no matter what.
There were
But the bugs, I get it. I get
Yeah.
the bugs.
there's this thing like Fallout 76. Bethesda gets in this thing where they release a game that's not quite there yet.
Okay.
One
Like
thing
Fallout 76.
Fallout 76 is the best example
Right.
for that. The one thing that did kind of come out and was kind of really under the radar is when this was announced, Elder Scrolls said like the reason Elder Scrolls 6 is kind of taking a while, they're rebuilding their engine completely, and they kind of gave a little bit of example of that, of the facial structure and stuff like that. It looks really good. You could tell it's still kind of that Skyrim feel, but just looks beautiful. Looks really, really good, really expressive. So I'm really excited for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
They already started doing that to Halo. Didn't they call Bungie to get them involved
they
to help
called
out?
the fucking world. To
So,
help out.
I mean, they're already trying to do that. They're trying to get that quality up,
Yeah.
which is good. It's good to
That's-
see when they did that.
Well, that's my argument. You were saying that you think it's going to go down. I actually think Microsoft's going to increase the quality of Bethesda, and I have two examples. First, we'll go with one you were alluding to. Is we had a Halo, shown off and stuff like that, and what would fiscally be sound is releasing the Halo with the launch of the Xbox Series X to boost both sales of the console, and of course, it would drive hype for the game. It would be competing directly against Spider-Man. It'd be really cool. So you would think that would be the way to go, right? Of course, we argued that you could actually make more money going the other way in an earlier episode of the podcast. But that's one thing. But they decided to wait, and they decided to pull veterans from Halo 2 and Halo 3 from Bungie over to help out with this,
Yeah.
showing that they are going to take their time and fix this and make it look 100% what we expect. I was willing to be okay with the game not looking as good, knowing that it's a whole new kind of Halo and open world, but they're going to adjust it and make sure it's best of both. I'm cool with that.
The whole open world, I think it's gonna ruin the game.
Well, it's going to make you emotion sickness.
Yeah. Motion sickness. My bad. My bad.
The other thing, real quick though, is with Rare. To me, Rare's always been a fascinating company. It's one of my top 5 developers when we did that episode. But they kind of ran into a stagnant situation, and then when they were acquired by Xbox, we got one of my top 3 video games of all time, Sea of Thieves. And to see a developer like Sea of Thieves out there today is unheard of. Yes, they have microtransactions. You can go buy your pets and the costume for those pets. But they release content every month for free.
Yeah.
That is excellent, well-made content. And that's with the parents of Microsoft. So Microsoft's okay with it. If Activision owned them, bullshit. Every single thing that comes out, you'd be paying for. Microsoft's okay with them giving it away for free, and it's on Game Pass the entire time. I think Bethesda, I think we as gamers are winning so hard on this. I think it's going to be really good.
I think I took the quality of the terms differently than how you thought it, or said it. But you can't come out with exclusive Elder Scrolls 6 and it just fucking tank when it comes to how it runs. You know, that's just not. Yeah, that's a fail for you.
Right.
So, after this whole transaction.
This exclusive thing, do you think it pulls a lot more people from buying a PlayStation?
So? I don't know if it'll pull me, but it'll definitely make me consider the cheaper version of the Xbox, because I'll definitely not want to miss a Fallout.
Well, technically you can play on PC, especially you have a computer.
Yeah, you can.
True.
But
and you have an
Xbox. One thing it did is there was a lot of people out there who couldn't get that PS5 pre-order, and they were like, you know what? I'm okay with getting the Xbox One now. They were like, there's just too many good, and they were like, I'm okay with getting the Xbox One now. I think that might have done that for a lot of people, which just was
I'm okay with failing. That's what I don't think I'm okay with failing to get the pre-order. I
don't think it'll still push me though. Like honestly, it wouldn't push me to get one, especially having a game computer. I don't need the new Xbox. I'd rather have a PlayStation to play all these other exclusives.
That being said, we all have a gaming computer. It's all 3 of us do. This is the first time in a console war where I know within the first year I'm going to be buying both consoles, just because they're both very well made. They both have very good attributes. I will be owning both of them. I'm excited for that, and I'm going to get the digital PS5, and I'm going to get the Series X Xbox.
I'm just going to get it just to have them because I collect all the consoles. But
that's true.
That's the only reason I'll probably get it.
Yeah.
In some things, to be honest, I have a game. Obviously, we, like you said, we all have gaming PCs. But some things I might just consider getting on the PS5 instead of a computer. I don't know what it is, but maybe it's just, I don't know. But maybe I'll get Harry Potter on my actual PS5 instead of the computer.
I'm actually excited for that game.
That looks really. I'm not a big Harry Potter. I mean, like I am with the movie, not like reading the books. I'm not a nerd, but I am actually. That was just for Squeaks. I like we have a Geek Freaks podcast, and I'm making fun of nerds. I'm very excited for that Harry Potter game. I am very, very excited for that. That looks really good.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's move on to our Blizzard corner. All right, we're gonna enter that awesome intro music here. Okay, we're gonna start off with some amazing news out of the co-founder for Blizzard, Mike Morhaime. He's coming out of retirement to start his own game studio, Dreamhaven. Daniel, I think you were with me at the BlizzCon where Mike retired. Were you there when they kind of did that whole speech and he left?
Yeah.
And Jay Allen came in?
Yes, I was there.
It was emotional. Mike Morhaime is a legend. So let's give you guys an idea of how awesome this guy is. So he left in 2019 after a long career at the helm of Blizzard. He is seen as the representative of Blizzard's very best, like World of Warcraft's peak, the huge launch for Overwatch, and StarCraft's well-balanced esports life. He gave good love to StarCraft, which was nice. Of course, World of Warcraft was his baby, though. While the new president, Jalen Brack, is seen kind of like an Activision kind of guy, Mike has been like just about the quality of the games. That's the perception by the fans, is that he's that way. He's a more legend than man. Not necessarily, he's also just a guy who got involved with Activision. Let's just get to the truth of that. But he's always been kind of seen like the guy that kind of got stuck. So he's a really great guy. And now he's launching his own studio called Dreamhaven. and it's going to be focused on quality and developers' passion. That's a big focus if you go to their website, guys, but you guys should check it out. It's very beautiful. They're pushing this idea of we're going to let the developers make the decisions. We're not going to worry about the money. We're not going to go out and try to get investors for everything first. We're going to work on the game first, and the developers will come, or money will come from the sales of the game from investors as we go. They're going to have 2 developer wings of the new studio. They're going to be Secret Door is going to do kind of their smaller indie projects. It looks pretty neat. Their motto is stay small, adapt, and make an impact. Both of their websites are really cool. Whoever's doing their web design, come on over, help us out with geekfreaks.com. We can always use help. By the way, we now own the rights to both the geekfreakspodcast.com and geekfreakspodcast.com. So we're expanding, folks.
Hey, do you think he pushes for like a CS:GO game, like a CS:GO game?
I think he's making an MMO, my friend. With the next developer,
so.
Moonshot is focused on creativity and reinventing games. That is the passion of Mike Morheim. Daniel, do you think Mike can make a new MMO that would outdo World of Warcraft?
When we were playing Wrath, I remember we were talking about like them making a new MMO that's gonna, push us away from WoW, and then it was gonna be like, what was it? Aliens. Everybody was thinking it was like aliens from like StarCraft or something.
Yeah,
like
what
that.
is StarCraft MMO?
Yeah. I definitely could see it. I really hope so. Especially WoW is amazing. Hopefully, I really hope they actually make another MMO. It would be nice to have another MMO to play.
The good and the bad to this is, of course, it can't use anything from Blizzard, right? It can't use any Blizzard assets. The bad part of that is, like, I love the lore of Blizzard, of World of Warcraft. I'm there. The lore of Overwatch, all the games. But the nice thing is a fresh start means all new lore, and I trust Mike and the team that he brought on. The guys that went with Mike are the, like, heads of a lot of departments from Blizzard. We're talking about the guy that launched Hearthstone is doing the Secret Doors, the smaller company. The guy that's in charge of StarCraft and Overwatch, and they joined. The staff is like 90% of the best of Blizzard. Matter of fact, they just got the art designer that's been doing all of the Afterlives videos that we've been watching lately. These little Afterlife videos that come out, they just got the person who designed those. The director is now with them, so it's really an outstanding cast. Yeah. Squeaks, does this kind of make you worried for Blizzard? What are your thoughts?
This makes me super worried for Blizzard because you're taking the great minds of Blizzard and moving them somewhere else to have them create. We know they could create stuff. It doesn't matter what world. They know whatever. We know whatever world that they're going to make, at least I do, that I'm going to be all in. Kind of like you're saying you love the lore of World of Warcraft. Okay, so I love the lore of Overwatch and stuff like that. Well, they're 100% probably going to make something that we're going to fall in love again, that we're going to get into.
Yeah.
Blizzard, I would be super worried about because who's leading your projects now, or who's kind of like trying to take the mantle to think of the future of WoW, Overwatch, StarCraft. Are we going to see a decrease in quality, or some like shitty ass stories? Are we going to get more of like B of A, instead of like what we're looking forward to, Shadowlands, or like it was Burning Crusades or Lich King? So I would be worried because who's taking over? There's no news, right?
Well, the people who are leaving are not necessarily the highest echelon. So Ian is still staying for World of Warcraft. Jalen Brack is still, the president of the company, stuff like that. So like the guy, I can't remember his name, but the guy that did Overwatch is still over there too. He's really cool. He's the funniest to watch at BlizzCon. So a lot of the main names are there, but it's just kind of like some of those real senior guys, especially the earlier on senior guys, are leaving. Okay, so we've seen the winds of change coming to Blizzard, right? Activision's starting to implement more and more, while Blizzard's like, we're going to create and focus on developers more than Activision's like, you need a game this year. We're starting to see that kind of push into each other. Is that, that is not as good for us gamers, right? I think the great thing about these 2 new developers in this new studio that Mike's making is, first off, we're going to have an awesome new studio that's going to be making games that I'm sure I'm going to love. I'm following Mike's work. I'm following everything he does. Fantastic. That's good. Second, it's going to put a fire underneath Blizzard's ass to make sure you guys keep that quality up. They're both in Irvine, California. They're neighbors. These 2 studios are in the same area. And, if it's like, hey, my awesome boss just created a new studio, they're probably going to pay the proper... We talked about this before. Blizzard's not paying their employees as much as they should be compared to other studios, but people stay because they love the games. Well, if Mike, the one who invented the game you love, is about to do that again and pay you what you can get at EA or at Ubisoft, you're gonna make that move. So I'm hoping this kind of puts a fire underneath Blizzard's ass to really kind of like, look, let's lock this down. And there's two other companies that some developers made, but none of them are Mike Morheim. So that's why we're talking about this one now. This I think as gamers we're gonna win just because, and that's always kind of how we look at this is like these are big dollars and big people. How is this gonna affect us as gamers? We're gonna win as gamers because we have some new studios making quality work, and we might see it might be a wake up call for a studio that we already love. Let's hope,
Hey,
that was gonna be my next point. 100%. Like, what there's competition now because if you make an MMO with Mike's mind, right, there will be a real MMO to be competition of, and a lot of people will fall off World of Warcraft. 100%, there'll be a decrease in players within the first couple months.
Oh yeah, there's always gonna be
say
like,
if a new game comes out, because everybody's gonna try that game, right?
Right.
But then it just depends. Okay, are we gonna get our players back or not?
Yeah.
So
there was a
something to worry about
time.
for sure.
I'm sure Daniel. I know for sure you remember this phrase a lot. It was like, "Oh, this is gonna be the WoW killer." New Star Wars
Yeah.
coming out. This is gonna be the WoW killer. We haven't heard that in a long time because people have stopped trying. MMO is kind of falling out of fashion, but it is about that time for it to be resurging. And World of Warcraft has been doing strong for a long time. Final Fantasy XIV is doing really well for itself. It's putting out a lot of good content. So we could see this could be the time for a new game to come out, and it, of course, will take a few years for them to finish development of this. Yeah. Do you think, Daniel, we'll see a resurgence of MMOs?
I definitely think so. And I was actually I was gonna say something. What if they joined the team of Wildstar, take over
Carbine.
Yeah.
That would be
I
nice.
was
There's a
thinking
lot
that.
of people out there looking for work. Yeah.
He can make it better. He could definitely make Wildstar better.
Yeah, the imagery he used for Dreamhaven, I think, is going to be kind of a hint of what to expect for the new MMO, and it's sort of this like magic meets steampunk. It's really beautiful world. I can't suggest checking out their website enough. It's done very well. But yeah, I mean, the team at WildStar made an excellent game, and those who didn't try it out, I feel bad that you guys missed out on a game that's now shut down. But it was really well done, and they should be taking up Carbine. It's a really good company.
I hope they don't. I hope they don't like. I really hope the MMO doesn't follow like the WoW like gear and stuff like that, gearing up. I hope it's totally different if they do make an MMO.
A new world. If you're looking for that, by the way, Dana, if you're looking for that, a new world is kind of like that. It's kind of like taking some of the MMO elements but removing some of the gearing and stuff like that the same way.
Okay.
You might like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but you were telling me that they're still trying to figure out what they're doing with the game. So I was like,
Right. Yeah,
I'll
but
wait
I'm just saying, like, when that game becomes what it's supposed to become, I think it might be really good. There are a lot of WoW people that left for New World, so there is a lot of that too that left to make that game. Next thing from the Blizzard corner, we have possible World of Warcraft 2 in works. So MovieWeb.com source Daniel Rickman says Legendary Pictures, which is the company that made the first one, is starting development, thanks largely due to the game and the first movie's popularity overseas. It didn't do well in America, but China and some of Europe helped out a lot. So the article, MovieWeb.com, they're not necessarily huge or anything like that. It got big when Chris Metzen went ahead and tweeted it out again. Now, Chris Metzen he's the voice of Thrall from the video games. He's one of the game developers for World of Warcraft. He really high up on the totem pole over there back in the day. And so when he sent this out, everybody's like, "Oh my god, this is real." Chris then later on sent out a tweet saying, like, "I don't know anything for sure. I'm just sharing news that I'm finding and I think is interesting." So there's kind of that too, where he's like trying to back off a little bit because everybody got too hyped. But this little kind of hint kind of got people excited again. So what I want to do is I want to kind of talk about what we want to see from a Warcraft 2, and let's go ahead and get this one out of the way real quick. We all want to see Wrath of the Lich King, right? We all know that that's going to sell tickets. If they were to just do Henry Cavill as Arthas, as Wrath of the Lich King, perfect, right? Look at Squeak's face. We all know we want to see that.
If they did do a Wrath, I would love to see it like in the beginning. It shows like back then when I think it was one of the gods created the helmet and the sword, right?
It was in Shadowlands. Actually, yeah. It was in Shadowlands. It was made and then stolen. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be cool if they show that and then it hits like Arthas getting it, pretty much creating Death Knights, and That would be awesome. That would be awesome. I think they would make a lot of money off that storyline.
Dude, think about the finale of the first movie being the culling of Strathome when he has to kill all the humans because they have.
Oh, yeah. I was even thinking that.
Yeah.
Ah, man, that was so awesome.
Oh yeah,
Like,
it's such a good movie, man. So knowing that Wrath of the Lich King would be the best option, let's look at some other ideas. Daniel, I know you've been kind of cooking on this. What are your other ideas?
Okay, so it was cool seeing like before, Baby Thrall and stuff like that. Well, I was thinking I want to see Thrall escape with his uncle.
Yeah,
Obram?
it's
Is it his uncle?
Yeah, it's Orphan.
Obram. And then they go to Kalimdor and create Orgrimmar. Like, I would love to see that, but then they're gonna have to like do like a time jump after that. And once he's the leader and you got all these tribes, like they need like something with action. One of the villains. Who was it was the Illidan next? That was like the big.
If you're to go to like the Burning Crusade and stuff like that,
Yeah,
Illidan,
like right after that, just jump to there. Like I want to see Orgrimmar bring up and then time jump to Burning Crusades so that we could already get to the next like Arthas one.
Yeah, you're trying to just set up Arthas as much as possible.
Just trying to get there, trying to help them up.
But I do like the idea of what you're setting up there is kind of a movie that would be the assembling of the Horde. So you'd have like, they find these Taurens that have like a successful inner city, but their thing is they're always dealing with these centaurs, and so the orcs would help them fight off the centaurs, and then they'd create an alliance. Then there's
Basculus.
What's that?
The boars. They got to fight off the boar.
Yeah, the quail boars. Yeah, the quail boars.
Bristleback.
The bristleback quail boar. Yeah, same kind of thing. But then they would find like over in Lordaeron, the city that was hit by a plague, the humans do not talk to them anymore. So they're like, we'll take them in, and then they become the Forsaken, join you, and the trolls. Who, I'm saying, like, you could find like this like building of the Horde be really fun. I like that idea. That would be cool to see. Of course, as Horde players, we're like, yeah, but the humans could be doing whatever. It doesn't really matter. But I do like that idea.
Do you think they could add Onyxia, like the dragon, into that story?
If they do Onyxia, now that's something interesting because that's like if they were to do just like a random quest. I would love that. Because
like Onyxia like attacks them or something.
Right.
But then it would just it would kind of change the story.
What if you had just like random guys sitting, like opening shot, random guys sitting in a tavern. One's clearly a mage, priest, here's a warrior, a rogue. And then they just kind of do things where they go to this little village, they pick up they hear about this new journey, they go do that. So basically it's like leveling. And then you're going through and you're like, the stakes keep getting bigger. And then you hear rumors of this dragon and then like, we need you guys. She's in her den. She has a brood. There's multiple babies coming. Can you guys go in there and kill Onyxia? And then you attack Onyxia's lair. So basically, from starting a questing zone in was it Dread Waste or whatever it's at, into Onyxia's lair would be like a long quest chain. But that actually would be a really fun movie. And you don't need to have any famous names in it either, other than Onyxia.
That wouldn't be bad. Or like you said, like it's in a tavern and they're just talking about it, and it shows like clips of like. They ran into the cavern, and all of a sudden Nyxia is standing right there, and she just starts attacking them. And it's just like a little quick story, and it would be kind of cool.
More dots.
Yeah, more dots. It's like what the f?
That's classic. All right, Squeaks, let's move on to you, man. Have you got any ideas for good stories?
I don't know. I got a couple things. Like one, I would love to see more Jaina because I love Jaina. So what I would love to do is have a movie that's following her, maybe her struggles to get to where she is as of now in the Alliance. But I want it to be really dark. I want it to be like where we really feel like the terror that she's had to gone through, losing her family, whatnot. There's that, but then I want to see more races being involved. I want to see the Scourge. I want the undead. I want to see the trolls. I want to see more of. I want to see blood elves.
Yes.
The Draenei. I want to see more of them. I thought. I watched the movie again recently last year, and I thought the CGI was good. I wasn't complaining really too much about it.
I think the orcs look better than the humans.
Yeah. The thing, it was all mostly CGI, so you can't. I don't know. I thought it was okay. Yeah. So to see what they could do with like the undead. Blood elves would be easy. It's just kind of humans with ears. Yeah. Bigger ears. But those are just the things I want to see. I think story-wise, I would love to see Jaina. If it's not that, then I would love to see just the more allied races and whatnot.
Hey, if they added Sylvanas, that would be awesome too. But then you'd have to go more to the Wrath of the Lich King storyline.
you could just tell a story of the three sisters, because then you have Alaria and stuff like that. You can kind of tell the story of the three sisters would be really interesting. One of them falling to Arthas. But yeah, you are getting to Arthas' story. You kind of want to avoid that for
that's
now.
the problem. I think like their
Ultimately,
best
we're
bet
going
is
to.
stick with Thrall. That's definitely gonna bring more people into the story, and from there, I honestly don't know. I'm just hoping it's really good and they continue the story to make Wrath.
I mean, you're kind of asking us to create a story with one of the main characters out. It's like, okay, well, let's just make a horde story without Thrall. I mean, kind of what the first one was, but
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
yeah.
What
you just
after
need
that?
Baby Thrall, but
Yeah.
the first one was
But
good
then-
because you got to see how it all started in a way.
Yeah, for the
100
horde, yeah.
100%. I agree. So then, number 2, what are you gonna do? Have a horde without Thrall? No, you're gonna need Thrall. So
I would like
next
to see
Thrall. I need
time
to see
jump.
Arthas.
Yeah, I would like to do a time jump. So here's my thing. Arthas is too big. We don't necessarily need to touch that story yet. I'd say let's build the movies off of one-off stories. My personal thing, and nobody's going to enjoy this, Cataclysm, Pandaria make great movies. So
See,
Cataclysm...
I was thinking Kata.
Yeah,
too.
you have these like,
I was
okay,
thinking-
so we're in the future now. We see Baby Thrall is now an adult Thrall and is running his nation. Just totally ignore the Arthas thing. We'll do that. We'll move up the changes, the timeline, so that's later on. But all of a sudden, this dragon comes by and just starts burning things. And then you would see Horde and Alliance team up for the first time to try to take out a dragon. It's a clear, short story where you gotta kill the dragon. You don't have to go too much into the
Deathwing?
dragon aspects. Yeah, Deathwing. You don't have to go too much into the dragon aspects part of things. I mean, just kind of hint at it. But then you have this idea of like the Horde and Alliance having a team together would make really a good movie. Pandaria, that's awesome because it's a whole new thing where you'd have story of people trying to decide, should I go with the Horde? Should I go with the Alliance? You know, different philosophies. And then that's a good way to bring in the old gods, because I think the Shah is a better way to bring in the old gods than just like if you're to try to recreate AQ40. I think Pandaria would be really fun. And again, it's a lot of, you know, speaking back to the Chinese box office, it's huge. That's what kind of is going to get the number 2 made. You have a lot of Chinese influence. Of course, all the aesthetics are from China for Pandaria. So, and of course, walking and talking pandas always going to win in the movies. Yeah,
I think
get
it'd be
Jack
really
Black
cool
back.
too to see the you know, in the part where the panda is, where you have to pick with your Horde Alliance. It'd be really nice to see that you know, kind of decision. From
Yeah,
them
brothers
also.
and sisters and stuff like 2 brothers going different ways and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It'd be really neat to see.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah.
I
I
don't
like
know
your
if I
idea
would
though, of changing the
really-
timelines. I like
Yeah.
that because then we
I'm
don't have
down-
to focus on Arthas.
Well, sorry.
You're good.
I'm down for a time jump, but I'm not that far up because there's so much good story that you're just missing. doing
Yeah,
that.
but there's so much story that I think it should be a series. That's my thing. Is like you need a time jump
Oh,
so
I
that you can
agree.
get people excited for this world that are not World of Warcraft fans. And then like, okay, yeah, we could tell a story of the founding of Orgrimmar, but let's like make that a series once it's already established how good this world is. I'm trying to find like these little quick, short, awesome one-off movies that can get people into this world, because that's what we need. World of Warcraft fans will come out. We need to get people who are not WoW fans to come out.
You know, when you were talking about the time jump thing, I really like how you put Cataclysm before, because you could really, like you said, have Alliance and Horde to come together to fight something.
Yeah.
Then after that, you need Arthas, and then if Arthas comes, becomes the Lich King, obviously, then you can really have the division between Horde saying like, well, this is your person, this is what you guys are doing, and then you can have that altercation too. So I really like that. And I think that's kind of just badass, actually. I think to bring them together and then make them
Yeah.
hate each other,
then
and
shatter
just
them.
kind of blame the Alliance that this is your person, you did this.
Well, and
Why would we fight with
Pandaria
you?
is a shattering of the Horde and Alliance more too, because that's when Garrosh takes over. We don't necessarily need to have it to be Garrosh that's taking over, but yeah, we have kind of this invasion for this new territory. Who's going to take over it? So that's a good way to like come together for Cataclysm, split again for Pandaria as well. If you wanted to do that one,
Okay.
there's
okay.
also that. Yeah.
I mean, they could just do like a Game of Thrones or the
That.
Warcraft.
Let's do
I'm just
that.
saying.
Yeah.
And then just do
I'm on
like,
Yeah,
board.
screw the movies, do this series.
Wrath.
I wish I had all the money in the world to make this happen. All right, we have BlizzCon Line, which is BlizzCon Online, and they're just trying to be real cute with the name. Coming February 19th and 20th, 2021. This is a digital version of BlizzCon. They're going to be obviously sharing, big announcements, and they're also going to be doing a lot of community showcases. So when you're at BlizzCon, there's all kinds of cool community stuff going on. You guys are going to be able to get a little bit of that from home. So you have like your cosplay, your fan art, digital storytelling, which is like the little short videos people make. Talent spotlights and a lot of music videos and stuff like that. And then, of course, March of the Murlocs are going to do something with that too, because that's kind of a community mainstay of the event. So if you guys want to participate in those events, you have to apply on the BlizzCon website by January 4th. If you guys want to get that cosplay going, it's the time to do it.
Yeah.
as for announcements, what do you guys expect to come out of the announcements for BlizzCon Online? BlizzCon Online, whatever it's called. Yeah. Daniel, what do you think, man? What's the big announcement?
StarCraft for sure.
Yeah,
I was
I'd love that.
expecting them to announce it this time. They'll probably show more Diablo, definitely. Especially it got announced. Definitely the big thing is StarCraft. 100% StarCraft. They have to announce it.
Yeah.
Or a new Warcraft, maybe. Because they did remaster the Reforged. I wonder if they could like push to make a new Warcraft.
They could, but it got so hardly like Warcraft Reforged got hit so hard that I think they're gonna wait a little bit on that. In my opinion, I don't know.
StarCraft.
Yeah. What do you think they're gonna be talking about at BlizzCon, Squeaks?
What I would like some follow-ups from the last BlizzCon.
Yeah.
Meaning Overwatch 2. Where are we at with that? I think it's we were expecting it to be 2020 release. I thought.
I know so too. Yeah.
So I want to follow up with that. I definitely want to follow up. It's like just give up on the Diablo mobile at this point. What?
Just release it. I mean, you guys, it's already completed.
Something. It's so unacceptable how long this game's taking, and I know a lot of people aren't like really dying for it, but I played it, the demo of it, and it's literally just Diablo on your phone. So let me have it now. Like, it seems fine. I just want to see some follow-ups with those two. I would love to see some more Diablo for sure. Diablo 4.
Right.
But yeah, I would like some answers on this one. Where are these games at?
You guys are both right 100%. We're probably gonna get reveals for future patches for Shadowlands. We should at that point be able to know what the next patch is and then the next raid, where we're headed. What they did in Legion, which they did not do in Battle for Azeroth, and we're seeing that Legion was the way to go, is they straight up said like, eventually this is what the final boss will be. We're gonna go to Argus. Like they just kind of like revealed like there'll be patches in between and raids in between, but that's our goal. And it was like, what? That's amazing. So we had this hype. So I would like for them to just say like, hey, at the end of this thing, you guys are going to be teaming up with the Lich King. Like something crazy. Like you're going to be teaming up with Arthas. Something big like that just to kind of get like panties dropped. You know what I'm saying? Something big.
Panties dropped.
Panties dropped, man. But I think, I think we all got some good ideas here. What we're going to do as a podcast, we're going to be doing streaming events and stuff like that for those 2 days. We're still working out if Corona is still a problem. We're going to do it remote like we are with this. If not, we might have a big party at my house or whatever and have everybody over and watch the announcements and freak out together. And we'll stream that. So we'll see what's going to happen. We'll see what life is like by then. All right. Last bit for the podcast and for Blizzard Corner. Shadowlands stream marathon's coming up. So the release for Shadowlands is going to be October 27th. We're going to try, big on that one. Try to stream for 24 hours. Me and Daniel used to be able to put up 2 days straight back in the good old days when we were young bucks. I don't know, Daniel. That's just not me no more, man.
Honestly, I do it every weekend now. Like I stay up 24 hours. Oh yeah, like it's so easy. I already figured out how to do it. Okay. I'm good.
I'm staying up. Daniel is on that Call of Duty like weird ass times of the night.
I've been going to bed like 7 a.m, and I go to bed because I'm like, well, I'll just get 3 hours of sleep because I can only sleep until 10 o'clock. That's like once it's 10 o'clock, until I'm awake.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, but really, I could just stay up and just keep trucking. But I'm so ready.
We might have to do something then where maybe you pick up the stream baton so I can sleep for like an hour and then come back or whatever. We'll have to figure something out. Because look at that. Now he's back an hour right away.
No, that's okay. I ain't tripping. Cool. So the reason I'm a grown ass man. I'm gonna stay up.
I am a too grown ass man to where I'm like, yeah, but naps are awesome. I mean, I love Shadowlands, but naps are just awesome.
I love naps.
So, I gotta see if I'm off that day.
You better take that day off. That's the answer.
I know.
Yeah. So the big thing we're going to be doing a charity stream for the Checkpoint organization. Shout out to Kevin who gave us the idea for this organization. We've been looking for a good one. This is an organization that is pushing mental health through gaming. So I'm going to read a little thing from them. Checkpoint is a charity that provides mental health resources for gamers and the gaming community. Our missions are to raise awareness for mental health issues, reduce stigma, and improve well-being in our community. We are passionate about using video games for positive well-being and resilience. They work on depression, suicidal thoughts, eating disorders, addiction, PTSD, and so much more. And they link it to video games, and like they have so many great resources on their website. We'll do a big thing about them right before the stream. But yeah, so during that event, we're gonna try to raise money for them. We're gonna do a charity run, and try to play for as long as we can. and get some money for a good cause. I like the idea of us like, hey, look at me, I'm wasting my time by not sleeping and playing video games all night and raising money. So it's kind of like, like I can feel better about myself a little bit. And I hope that you guys can come out, hang out with us. We know we have a few people coming on just to kind of bullshit with us and stuff like that during the event. We're going to do a lot of games on the streams and, of course, play World of Warcraft Shadowlands. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So, Daniel, you're on board to help out. Squeaks, you going to be streaming a little bit on that too?
Man, so I just switched benefits at work, so it's gonna be a little harder for me to get those days off like I expected.
So Squeaks is letting us down, guys. It's okay. We'll make up for it.
Usually happens.
Yeah,
especially he's not a real gamer.
I'll be playing every night though after work. So.
There's gonna be a lot of streaming going on when Shadowlands comes out for sure.
I actually have to work that day, so gotta put in my request form.
There we go. Get the request form in, guys. That's what's important. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. We really appreciate it. If you guys want to support the podcast, please head over to audibletrial.com/geekfreaks. Our next will be Dune. And then we'll have the Audible book coming out later on this week for The Sandman, which has been fantastic. That's also really a good suggestion. But thank you guys, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.